Hey, what's up, guys? This is petzergling, and I'm here with Daz, and this is the MSL Group G, the Super Terran group. We have 4 Terrans, and hopefully it'll be exciting. We do have, well, Nada's kind of exciting. Yeah, so this first game is Nada, and yeah, you know, Nada's maybe T versus Z is good, but I don't know about his TVT. He has some sweet Vulture TVT play, but anyway, so we got Nada Frozean on Byzantium 2 for the first game, and yeah, neither of these players have that excellent TVT. You usually don't see Frozean get that far in I guess a single tournament. Yeah, in anything. He played in the Pro League finals, so that's something. But yeah, so I bet Frozean's really looking to move on. And Nada, I mean, Nada saw Savior move out of his group 2-0. Nada's, you know, an old schooler like Savior, so he might be wanting to get out of here too. But yeah, there's really not much to say. Nada's got a good record, 119 and 82.
Yeah, I mean, he is a beast. Was that his TVT record, or was that some kind of MSL record? I mean, it can't be his overall record. No, he's definitely played more games than that over his entire career, I think.
I'll look it up.
Well, either way, he's a huge favorite for sure. Frozean 8 and 6. Yeah, that's got to be some kind of MSL record. I know
that was his TVT record.
14 games. Okay,
wow,
his
so
TVT
he's actually
record.
Yeah. Wow, he's got a lot of games played. I didn't think that was his overall record either.
Yeah. Okay, let's start off with the syncing here. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Just had to extend the countdown just to be super, you know, careful, just to make sure.
Just in case we, you know, slip up on any of this TVT action.
Okay, Nada blue, and Frozean is yellow. These guys actually, for those of you who don't know, these guys played a game recently. I don't remember if it was a Pro League game or if it was for a Major League. It wasn't more than a few months ago, and it was a long game. Nada actually came out on top, and Nada actually clearly outplayed him, so maybe that's an omen of things to come. Who knows? We know Frozean's TVT isn't that good. His TVZ also isn't very good, and neither is his TVP. He's actually just really not very good in general, so I'm definitely going to have to pick Nada for this one.
Yeah, I'm definitely favoriting Nada here, not just out of favoritism, I guess, but I really think he's overall the better player, you know, just like you said, not just in TVT. Yeah, none of Frozean's matchups are really that good. The only match I really remember of Frozean ever playing is the 2007 Pro League Finals, where he beat J-Dong in the first set, which was like amazing momentum for Khan. But looking,
his only matchup is versus J-Dong. That's his good T versus J-Dong. That's he's pretty solid.
T versus J-Dong.
He beats J-Dong constantly, but he can't beat anybody else.
Yeah, so I mean, it's looking pretty standard here. I mean, I wouldn't imagine, you know, neither of these players are that bad where they need to cheese, and neither of their opponents are really that amazing where they, you know, can't really win. So I mean, we're probably going to see some pretty standard play, at least up into the mid game. You know, we might see some kind of Wraith play, and it looks like Nada's moving out. He's probably going to build a forward barracks, or he's just scouting really early. But I imagine he'd be cross scouting. I'd imagine he'd be cross scouting if he was scouting this early, though, just because you know.
Well, where is he going? This does lead down to the bottom map, doesn't it?
No, yeah, it's just scouting really early there. So I guess Nada might be afraid of a little bit of cheese, but it can't really be that afraid of cheese because, I mean, the only real possibility is building in the map, and you can check there. It's not like you need to check all the other bases. But, you know, not really that much of an econ that Nada sacrifice because we see Kanata setting his SCV out now. But yeah, just a little bit early scout. It wasn't like a crazy early scout, but I mean, at least making it interesting so far. Looks like both players are opening pretty standard here. Usually, I think you might even see a lot of one-base play here, you know, unless a player goes for 14cc, just because of the high ground. Like, if you can take your opponent's high ground, even not just by their natural, but if you can just, like, take it around their base and just, like, limit their base and hit supply depots and stuff, it hurts really bad. So, even though you don't see a lot of it nowadays, you know, I think we may see some 2 factories in a while. That's a huge Nada favorite.
Yeah, really. I can see why Nada early scouted. I mean, Nada's got to know he's the favorite. If I were Nada, I would expect to be able to outplay Frozean, especially considering I know he's beaten him head up, so I would have definitely early scouted too. I really do hope we see some one base more on that topic, just to kind of, you know, for a change of pace instead of incredibly long macro wars, which we usually see in TVT. And plus, I'm a fan of one base TVT. I mean, when I play TVT on the rare occasion, that's what I do. It's just more fun to me, the old school style. And if anybody can do it, Nada can do it. I mean, Nada was owning people up in TVT back when one base was the style. As far as I remember, I think his TVT was pretty good. It just could never beat I Love Uv, the cheater Terran.
Yeah, he's a cheater. Ooh, double port from Nada. So, although he's sticking to 2-base, not too interesting. But, I mean, Frozean's going for that. It looks like a Vulture expand. We usually see players pull off gas like they do in TVP and then build a Vulture with a couple Marines. And, you know, the proper way, the safe way to do that build is to get an armory, you know, right about now with their second factory or an engineering base. So, you know, if he plays standard, I think he's going to have a good counter to Nada's early wraiths. But, you know, he might cut corners. You know, players, especially in mirror matchups, have always been known to do that. And, you know, just because the Vulture expand is so popular nowadays, it's really impossible to tell that Nada's going for the 2 star ports. Like, you can see Frozean's got the standard build, and he has the exact same units as Nada, where before, if a player opened up with Vultures, it was real obvious that they're going for wraiths.
Yeah. Well, either way, I mean, I gotta imagine that Nada knows what the most common build order is. So he's doing this build order even though he might expect Frozean to go for a quick armory. So he thinks he can do damage all the way. As evidenced by him picking off that SCV. He should get the SCV building the command center here. Oh, no, he doesn't get it. Too late. He didn't get to delay the command center. But he is doing some damage here. He's got 2 Vultures versus 1. If he finishes that Vulture, it's going to be a big trouble for Frozean. Okay. Oh, the Vulture's down. Now Nada's got 1 Vulture against Frozean just SCVs, and he's got to run those SCVs away. And Frozean's going to be forced to keep building Vultures, and he's not going to be ready for these wraiths. He's going to have to keep building Vultures just to defend him. Maybe even a tank. Okay. Yeah, there's more Vultures coming from Nada. So Frozean's really getting the pressure put on him right here. The Marine goes down. The Vulture's got to get out of there. This is not good for Frozean.
Oh, he's
Nada
fucked.
Totally. Okay.
He doesn't even have his armory up in time. He got greedy. He went for that second factory and the machine shop. I mean, he's going to take so much economic damage from these wraiths. I mean, that was really good. That was good Vulture play in the beginning. It seemed like Frozean really had his units spread out. I mean, it's pretty much already GG right here because by the time Frozean even gets any anti-air out, Nada's already going to have at least 10 SCVs dead, as well as, you know, either cloaking or an expansion or whatever tech he wants to go for. So, I mean, this game is as good as over now.
Yep.
Oh!
By Frozean. I don't know if you saw that. He put the SCV barracks over the armory. Putting the barracks over the armory. No.
That was crazy.
But it was a nice try. Oh, hopefully Nada doesn't take too much damage from these Vultures here. I think he should be able to hold it just fine. 2 Vultures, I mean.
Oh, that was a nice wall in there.
Nice.
Nada's playing cute. He definitely was ready for this match. I like Nada's play.
He's anticipating everything. He definitely planned all of this out, and it's showing in his play right now. Frozean just losing Vultures. I mean, there's really nothing you can do. I don't know if someone told Frozean, but mines don't work on your enemy's Vultures.
Yeah, I'm real surprised that he went for those early mines. And if you have extra money, you should have built an engineering bay or got Charon boosters at the very least. But I guess that was just really all an attack, was try and kill him with mines. But cloaking's coming out. Frozean doesn't have any sort of detection. I mean, this game's already over pretty much. So it looks like Nada's moving on. Yeah, look at that. He's got 4 wraiths inside of Frozean's base. I don't know why. You know, if this is
it's 5.
Yeah, if this was an I-Cup game, I'm sure the player would have left by now. At least that, or lifted off all of his buildings.
He probably would have just been floating to all the corners of the map, which Frozean probably is going to end up doing. He's going to be really mad that he lost this. Oh wow, Frozean actually picked off the barracks somehow? I can't believe Nada let that happen. But it doesn't.
He might have canceled it. I don't know if he picked off a barracks with Vultures. I guess he could have those.
Yeah, so I was kind of surprised myself. He probably canceled it. It would have taken about 17 minutes to pick off Vulture with barracks. And now Frozean's going to lose his Vultures too, just adding insult to injury. Oh no, actually he's going to win this little battle, so that's kind of like a moral victory. Oh no, there's the tank. No. And all hope is crushed. Oh, the mines! Oh, looks like we spoke too soon.
Look at Frozean's mineral liner now. That's just awful.
This is really pathetic. I'm pretty sure that Nada has more wraiths than Frozean has SCVs. That's when you know you've lost the game. When the wraith to SCV ratio is that bad, you should probably.
Frozean's supply's got to be under 10 by now. He's got 1 Goliath and he's got 1 SCV. He's got to have 3 supply.
What is he thinking?
2
is he
SCVs.
hoping for a miracle? Right now, Frozean's only chance is if Nada has a heart attack at the booth and just slumps.
No, I'm
over
pretty
and
sure
dies.
Nada's wraiths would still kill him. If he just attack moved all of his
Probably.
wraiths, it would eventually kill off all the buildings.
With his dying last action as he's having his heart attack, he just has
Ooh.
to press A click.
He
Oh.
picks up one wraith. At least he got a wraith.
That was a moral victory for Frozean. He just wanted to know that he could kill one wraith before he moves on to the
Yeah,
next game.
he at least got one of Nada's wraiths. So somewhat, I guess, cheesy opening there from Nada, but I mean, pretty handily taking game one. I'm surprised that Frozean didn't, he just assumed that Nada was going to go for a standard game. But I mean, Nada did a good job winning that small battle at the beginning. So yeah, let's try and keep this to another 20 seconds so it fits in one video. Any last comments on this Super TVT game?
I think it was a fantastic game. I'm super excited about watching another 4 TVTs, and I hope you guys are excited about watching them with us.
Alright guys, peace out.
That's a nice hairstyle.